Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
An adjective clause is said to be defining, which is also known as if it is the part of the definition of its antecedent. If my adjective clause is a part of the definition of my antecedent, it is known as a defining clause. And if it only gives extra information about its antecedent in a way which does not define it, okay, it is just providing you with an extra information and no definition is being given, then it is said to be non-defining or independent adjective clause. So adjective clause is dependent or defining if it is a part of the definition of the antecedent. Antecedent means the noun which is exactly before my adjective clause. And antecedent is my adjective clause is non-defining or independent if it is only supplying with some extra information related to the same. When the antecedent is clearly well defined, if it is well defined by the context, then the adjective clause should be non-defining in nature, as I told you. Okay, now let us look at the exercise which is given with it so that it is clear to you. Complete the sentences with the adjective clauses. Manish is the boy. As I said, they always begin with an adjective clause. They always begin with a relative, pronoun. So Manish is the boy who is very intelligent. Right? I'm beginning it with a relative pronoun who. The food which my mother made looks fresh. Or the bat is the only mammal that or which can fly. Next, look, that's the singer who sang at the Oscars. I don't like animals that or which growl. Okay, that growl like a lion. So this way, using a relative pronoun, you can easily complete the rest of the sentences as well. Let us look at the next question. Combine each of the following pairs of sentences by using an adjective clause. The first one has been done already. I met Mukesh in Kashmir. He is a tour guide. So I met Mukesh, who is a tour guide in Kashmir. Let us look at the other sentences. The girl was frightened. She looked pale. So the girl, comma, who looked very pale, comma, was frightened. Now you can well notice that I have separated my clause in the sentence using commas. So this is how the structure of the sentence is when you inject an adjective clause within the sentence. Next, she was sitting in the emergency room. It was very crowded. So I say the emergency room comma, where she was sitting, comma, was very good. Okay, let us look at the other sentence. A nurse was nearby. She called out to her. So a nurse who was nearby was called out by her. Let us look at the other sentence. The nurse called a doctor. He came immediately. So, the nurse called a doctor who came immediately. Alright? So this ways you can complete the rest of the sentences as well using a relative pronoun. Alright? Now we have, let me see, yes. So the next question is, underline the adjective clause in each sentence and place the missing commas if it is a non-defining clause. So if the clause is non-defining in nature, you have to put a comma. So adjective clause, Meena wrote a letter to her friend who stays abroad. So Meena wrote a letter to her friend who stays abroad. Next, first we will underline the adjective clauses and then we'll insert the commas. The vase that is on the table is a gift from my friend. My mother wore the dress which I gave her. We went to the garden which has beautiful flowers. The principal gave the prize to Vesh, who was the winner. The student who is on the last bench is my brother. Now, if you look at these 6 sentences, we've underlined the adjective clauses in each one of them. In the sentence number 2, as well as the sentence number 6, my clause is non-defining because it is defining my antecedent very clearly. The vase that is lying on the table. It defines my antecedent. What is my antecedent? The vase. So this is defining my antecedent. So it is a non-defining clause and I am going to put a comma to differentiate my adjective clause. Look at the 6th sentence. The student who is sitting on the last bench is my brother. What is my adjective clause defining? The student it is describing, which is its antecedent. So it is clearly defining the antecedent. It becomes a non-defining clause. So therefore, we separate the adjective clause using a. So this is how we are going to work upon the adjective clauses. Now, the next question, you are simply supposed to give examples, on your own of the sentences which have an adjective clause. It may be defining or it may be non-defining. So, this is something which is to be done by you yourself. So, with this, my dear students, we come to the end of the topic which clearly stated and explained the topic adjective clauses to you all. I hope it is clear to you. So I shall see you all now in my next lecture where we begin with the adverb clauses. All right. See you then.